Hi everybody! Today we're going to show you how to make gemstone trees. This was Kymberly's idea, and she showed me how to do it, and I absolutely love it. These trees are beautiful. She gave me one for Christmas one year. This is actually the one that she gave me. And she's like, one of these days I'm going to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Because Kymberly showed me how to make these awesome trees, I'm giving her the shout out today. I'm going to put her channel down below in the description box and right here. Thank you, Kymberly. High five. If you give us a suggestion and we use your idea, we will give you a shout out too. So leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. Let's get started. Here's what we'll need. There are several different sizes that you could do. Small, medium, and large.
So we have 3 kinds of rocks here that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And these right here are mother of pearl shells. And these I would consider to be like the larger rocks for this kind of project. And I'm using a bigger stone for this. And for even bigger projects, you can use really large stones. And these right here would work for the large trees also. You just have to make more branches. These I would consider to be the large or medium sized stones. They're not very heavy. Some of them are, so you would have to pick out, be picky with what you want. And I would use something like this. This is what we're going to use today. That's for the base. And this right here is the small stones. They're real small and light. And you would use this for the base, which would be a really small stone for the bottom, like this.
This is a large tree. And for the large trees, we used 5 strands at 3 feet each of the 24 gauge wire. For the small ones, we used 7 pieces, 1 foot each, of the 26 gauge. Kymberly's going to show you how to do a medium-sized tree using 24 gauge wire and a medium-sized rock. We are going to cut 5 pieces at 2 feet each, and that will give us 5 branches.
I have my 2-foot wire right here. I'm just gonna even it up with this side and unravel it, and then just cut it where that one is. That way you don't have to measure each time. I have my 5 pieces here. I'm just gonna grab one, and I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to take my little stick that I have, and I'm going to twist it just a few times. That way it's together right here, and there's a loop at the end. Now you're going to take one of your edges and you're going to branch it off like this. And I find it easier after I get the first one done to just use your fingers. I'm going to make that a little bit shorter. Just make sure that you have your loop there. And it doesn't have to be a perfect loop. There you go. Now, you're going to twist this a few times, and then you're going to take your longer strand and you're going to branch off this way for another loop. Here. You're going to twist down just a little bit more, and you're going to do another one on this side. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you get a loop. Twist down a little bit more, get your longer strand, and twist off on this side. You just go this way, this way, this way, and then do the other side. Now you're gonna twist down, down, down. This is going to create your trunk, this whole area. Okay, so we have one done. So now we're going to do the next one. I have all 5 of my branches done. So now we're going to start making the trunk. You're going to grab one of your branches and bend it just a little. That way you know where you want your trunk. So we're going to face them away from each other and we're going to hold them and twist them. And then you grab your next one. You're going to move it down just a little bit. That way they're not all at the same level. You're going to twist all 3 of them together. And stop. Grab another. Move it down just a little. And you're going to twist all of them. And twist them good and tight. You don't want your tree falling apart. After you get the trunk all twisted together, you're going to make the bottoms look like the roots. So this is what I did with mine. I twisted 2 of them together to make it look like it's a little bit thicker. And you could do more than 2 put together if you want one of the roots to look a little bit thicker. And this will also help hold your trunk together. You want all of your roots kind of turned downward. That way it's easy to put it on the stone. Position your tree on your stone the way you like it. Now, I like to wrap it around the stone because it's easier to glue. And we're going to start gluing all underneath of here. And don't worry, if it looks really messy, it will turn out clear afterwards. But you want to get enough on there so that way it doesn't come off while you're putting the stones on it. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for just a little bit and I can come back, and if I see it starts to come up a little bit, then I can fix it because it'll be tackier in just a few minutes.
What I did with my roots is I made swirls all the way around. Yeah, I just took a little pair of pliers and I twisted my roots to make them look like swirls because I love swirls. And how I got it to stay on my rock was I would push it as hard as I could to get it to conform to the rock, and then as I put a bunch of glue on there, and then I would lay utensils against it like this to kind of hold it in place while it was drying. And then as it dried, you could take your utensils off and then just let it rest, and it dried perfectly. So that's just another way that you could do your roots.
So we finished gluing all of the roots to the rock, and we let it dry overnight. That way it's good and dry before we added all of the stones to each one of the branches.
Okay, so what I did was I took all of my little branches where I'm going to set my stones. I tried to make them all level so that when I glue them they don't slide off. So you put a dab of glue on, you find a spot on your branch like this, you put it on there and hope it stays. But if it slides off, you just set it right back on. Now that I finished gluing all the stones onto the wire, I'm going to set it in the sun and let it dry.
Alright, now that these are all dry, I am going to add a little bit on the bottom of each one. That way it holds each stone onto the wire securely. And then after they're dry, which these are pretty dry, you can move them however you want. You can bend them, shape them, or whatever you want to do with them.
We hope you enjoyed watching us make our gemstone trees. We'd love to hear from you if you give this a try. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye! Chai green tea. It's good for the heart. Cheers!
Apple cinnamon. It just tastes good.
I don't know if it's good for your heart.
Giant mosquito. Flower, anyone?
Flowers. Shut up, Kim.
You're falling at my nose.
Oh.